everyone, I'm Crystal Joy Valdez-Pagaduan, Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English, C1-1 from Dingalan, Aurora, and welcome to my online demo teaching. Good morning, class! Let us all stand and Daisy will lead the prayer. Once again, good morning, class! So, how are you today? Good to know that. Before you take your seat, pick up the mess and be prepared. Okay? Okay, take your seat. The secretary who is absent for today? Okay, remind him that before he will enter the room, she will able to get the admission slip and the excuse letter with the signature of his parents, okay? Okay, class, hold on. Be ready. So, let's proceed. Okay, from this moment, I will use this lucky wheel application to call on your names. Once the arrow points out your listed names here, you will be the one who answered the question. Is that clear? Everyone? Okay, let's proceed. Alright, as we continue to learn about sentence, previously we talked about the four sentences according to structure, and what are they? So I'll spin the wheel and we will know who will answer the question. Miss Pineda, you were the first lucky student, so come on, what are the four sentences according to structures?
Ma'am, these are simple, compound, complex, and lastly, the complex sentence.
Very good! So, next, give me an example under simple and compound complex sentence. So, I will spin the wheel, so we will know. So, Miss Pontegan, come on!
This is my first time to try distance learning. This example is under simple sentence. Because of health restrictions, I need to always wear my mask and I need to sanitize my hands with an alcohol. It is an example of compound complex sentence.
Very good! Third, give me an example under compound and complex sentences. Okay, Mr. Perita, this is your turn. Come on.
I will meet my friends, so I need to always sanitize my hands. Ma'am, under compound sentence, and I cannot go to Cabanatuan City when I do not have travel authority. Example for complex sentence.
Okay, very good. So last question. How it is important to know the differences among the sentence according to structure?
Ma'am, it is important because it provides us with the framework for the clear written expression of our feelings.
Very well said. So, did you understand the previous lesson, class? You may raise your hand if you have any questions so we may clarify and we will use the peer discussion. Don't be shy. Come on, class. So, if you don't have any question, let's proceed to our lesson for today. So, as you can see, I have here a box that contains the paper strips. So, these paper strips contain 10-item words and phrases. So, you will be picked one by one. Okay, here's the bowl. Okay, your task is to arrange the words and phrases to create meaningful, inaccurate sentence. But remember, don't show it to your classmates. So, I will give you 2 minutes to think and write your answer on the space provided in the paper strips. And remember to include your names. Are you still with me? Did you understand? So, do you have any question? Okay, ready? Your time starts now. 1 minute left. In the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone, put the paper strips inside the box. So, question. How did you arrange the words and phrases to form sentences? Yes, Miss Miranda.
Mom, I've used the rule subject, verb, preposition, and object to arrange the words and phrases given to create correct and meaningful sentence.
Okay, very good. So, how it is important to have an accurate sentences?
Mom, having an accurate form of sentences, it is very important to communicate clearly with organization of message and easily figure out what somebody trying to say.
Okay, last question. What is the connection of our motivation to our discussion for today? Okay, Miss Mercado, you will try. Come on, don't be shy.
The connection of our motivation to the discussion is clearly and form a meaningful sentence under different patterns of the sentence.
All right, very good. So for today, we will be tackling the 5 basic sentence pattern. So everyone, let's read the lesson objectives. So thank you. Let's proceed. So these are the 5 basic sentence patterns. The first pattern is the SIB. Second, the SLBC, the STBDO, STBIODO, and lastly, STBDOOC. So let's move on the SIB, which S stands for the subject and IB stands for the intransitive verb. But before you focus on this pattern, let's talk about the kinds of verb. Well, we all know that the verb denotes an action, and verb is considered an action verb. An action verb is classified into 2 generally. We have the transitive and intransitive verb. Okay, when we considered a verb is transitive and intransitive. Yes, Miss Amado.
When it requires an object, ma'am, we can call it transitive verb. However, if does not requires an object, it is considered an intransitive verb.
Excellent, Miss Amado. So, to help you understand more about the subject plus intransitive verb, I'll give an example of this pattern and later you will give yours. So, let's take a look on this sentence. Again, everyone. So, I smiled in this simple sentence. I is the subject. And smiled is a transitive verb because smiled is the action performed by the subject I. Okay, now there is no word after the verb. So obviously the verb here is intransitive. So let's take a look on a second example. Mary sleeps early. Everyone read. Now, the example is a little bit longer than the first one, right? Okay. Miss Santiago, can you please identify the subject and the verb used in a sentence?
Mary is the subject and sleep is the action performed by the subject, Mary. Therefore, sleep is a verb.
Alright, very good, Miss Santiago. But, we're still another word after the verb and it is early, right? Question, early is considered an object. Yes, David.
No, ma'am, because this simply describe the verb.
Very well said, Miss David. So, class, it's your turn to give your own example under the SIB pattern. When you're giving your example, identify the subject and the verb. Do you understand? So, Miss Valdez, give me an example of subject plus intransitive verb pattern.
Tourists travel, where tourist is the subject and the transitive verb is travel.
Very good, Miss Valdez. So, do you have any question regarding the SIB pattern? So, if you have no question, let's proceed to the second pattern, which is the SLBC, where S stands for the subject, the LB stands for the linking verb, and C is the complement. Mr. Tai, give me a meaning of complement.
Ma'am, complement can be predicate noun or predicate adjective.
Very good, Mr. Tai. Okay, Miss Villanueva, give me an example under the SLBC pattern.
Ma'am, I am a student where I is the subject, M is the linking verb, and teacher is the complement.
Okay, very good, Miss Villanueva. So, let's analyze the sentence you've given. So, okay, since the student is a noun, that is a predicate noun. So again, a subject is being talked about into the sentences, while complement either describe or renames the subject. So, if you would notice, the linking verb here is the same person in the subject. So, here is the complement is the subject herself. So, Thank you, Miss Villanueva, for the example. So, class, did you understand the pattern? Do you have any question? Okay, let's proceed to the third pattern, which is the subject, the transitive verb, and the direct object. I already told you earlier that the transitive verb requires an object. So, for you to easily identify the direct object in the sentence, you may also consider and it answer the question, what or whom, right after the verb. So, take a look on the words I prepared in the screen. Okay, Mr. Amazona, can you arrange the words to form sentences and identifies the subject, the transitive verb, and the direct object?
Mom, it's gonna be like this. Some student fear in English, where I is the subject, fear is the transitive verb, where the student fear English because student fear to what? English. So English is the direct object.
Very well said, Mr. Amazona. And remember, the direct object plays after the verb or it receives the action done by the subject. So, we are all clear about the STVDO? Do you have any question? Don't be shy, class, come on. Okay, our fourth pattern is STVIODO. So, the components of this pattern are the subject, the transitive verb, indirect object, and direct object. Now, if you would notice, there is a presence of another object here, which is indirect object. When we say indirect object, what does it mean? Yes, again, Mr. Perida.
Ma'am, the other comes bet the verb and the direct object and is called indirect object.
Alright, very good. Okay, class, take note that the indirect object cannot be placed after the direct object because we do not have STVDOIO pattern, okay? So, Miss Dai, it's your turn to give your own example under STVIODO.
Franz gave me flower.
Okay, so now identify the subject, the transitive verb, direct object, and the indirect object. Okay, very good, Miss Joy. And class, remember that the indirect object always exists before the direct object. Are we all clear, class? Do you have any question regarding the STVIODO?
None, ma'am.
Okay, our last pattern is STVDOOC, which stands for? Yes, Miss Ramos.
S stands for subject, TV stands for transitive verb, DO stands for direct object, and OC is the object of the complement.
Very good. So, complement usually it is a noun or adjective that renames our direct object. So, give me an example under subject, transitive verb, direct object, and object of the complement pattern. And then, identify the STVDOOC. Yes, Miss Ruth.
They appointed me as class president. They is a subject, appointed is a transitive verb, me is the direct object, and the object of the complement is president or class president.
Well, very well said, Miss Ruth. Class, did you understand the 5 basic sentence pattern?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any question? Clarification regarding the discussion? Class, come on, you may raise your hand if you have any question. So, if there is no question, let's begin the fair share activity. So, I grouped you by fair with the help of the Lucky Wheel application. So, this is the list of your group mates. So, class, what you're going to do is to create your own sentences using these pictures. So, again, class, you will only choose one picture to create one sentence, each pattern. And also, you will identify the patterns by underlining the words and label it. So, I am going, of course, giving you the materials. This is the manila paper and the marker. Okay? Get one and pass. So then, move to your partners. So class, I will give you 3 minutes to finish your activity. This is how I grade your output. Okay, is that clear? Any question, class? Okay, ready? Your time starts now. A short reminder, if you have any question, just approach me, okay? Alright, continue. Last 1 minute. In the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, everyone, I know that you are enjoying right now, but time is up. Pass your Okay, class, settle down. I have a question. Miss Sipet, what did you notice for today? Very good, Miss Sipet. Miss Alday, as a student, how it is important or helpful to create concise sentences? Very good, Miss Alday. Mr. Toledo, what are the significance using concise pattern of sentence in daily life? Very well said, Mr. Toledo. Do you have any questions so far, class? Again, do you have any question? Don't be shy, come on. Okay, if you don't have any question, let us all stand and refresh our minds. Okay, give yourself an exaggerated clap. Okay, class, take your seat. So, this is your activity for today. Get one in fast? Okay, answer the activity in just 2 minutes and later we will check it, okay? If you have any question, just approach me. This is your assignment, class. Okay, that's for now, everyone.